Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe now. This start video. It was a calm Thursday morning in New York City when Ripa's world changed in an instant. She was preparing for her morning show, her laughter echoing through the dressing room as she went over her cue cards. The studio lights were warm, the crew busy. And yet, beneath the polished routine, her phone began to buzz with an unknown number. "Mrs. Ripa Consuelos," a voice asked urgently. "This is Dr. Hernandez from Lenox Hill Hospital. Your husband, Mark Consuelos, has been admitted to the ICU." The words hit her like a sudden storm. For a moment, Kelly froze. Her eyes widened, her hand trembled, and her cue cards fell to the floor. "What do you mean ICU?" she whispered. "He was fine this morning, he went to the gym." The doctor hesitated. "He collapsed shortly after his workout. His condition is stable for now, but we need you to come immediately." Without another word, Kelly grabbed her coat and bolted out of the studio. The cameras, the producers, the live show, none of it mattered. In those moments, she was no longer the bright host America loved. She was just a wife in panic, racing against time. The hospital air was cold and sterile when Kelly arrived, her heart pounding in her chest. She rushed past nurses and reception desks, tears already forming in her eyes. "Mark Consuelos," she said breathlessly at the counter. "Where is he?" "I'm his wife, please." The nurse looked up, recognizing her instantly. "Right this way, Mrs. Consuelos." Kelly followed, her heels clicking sharply on the linoleum floor. The hallways seemed endless, each fluorescent light flickering as if reflecting her dread. When she finally reached the ICU, she saw Mark through a glass panel. He was unconscious as pale, and surrounded by monitors that beeped with frightening precision. Tubes connected to his arms, an oxygen mask covered his face, and his chest rose weakly with each breath. "Mark," she whispered, pressing her hand against the glass. "Please, wake up." A doctor approached, explaining in calm tones that Mark had suffered a sudden cardiac arrhythmia, likely triggered by exhaustion and dehydration. Kelly's tears fell freely. "You're saying his heart just stopped?" "For a few seconds, yes," the doctor admitted. "But we revived him. He's lucky. Extremely lucky." Kelly exhaled shakily, her relief mixed with fear. She was told she could see him once he regained consciousness. So she waited hours that felt like days, until finally, his fingers twitched and his eyes fluttered open. "Kelly," Mark's voice was barely audible as she entered the room. She rushed to his side, grabbing his hand tightly. "I'm here, baby. I'm right here. Don't scare me like that again." He looked at her, tired, confused, and for a moment, she thought everything was going to be okay. But then, something changed in his expression. His eyes hardened, his lips pressed thin. "Why are you here?" he muttered coldly. Kelly blinked, stunned. "What?" "Mark, what are you talking about?" "You were in the hospital. I came as soon as I heard." "I didn't ask you to," he said sharply, his tone like ice. "You should have stayed at your show. That's what you care about most anyway." The words pierced her like knives. "Mark," she stammered, "how can you say that? You nearly died. I thought I lost you." But he turned his head away, silent, staring at the wall. "You're only here because the cameras aren't. You need a scene, Kelly. Everything with you is a performance." Kelly's heart broke right there beside his hospital bed. She stood in stunned silence, tears streaming down her face. Her trembling hands covered her mouth as if trying to stop the scream building inside her. Then it happened, the scream that echoed through the ICU corridors. A raw, guttural cry of pain and disbelief tore through her chest. Doctors rushed in, startled. "Mrs. Consuelos, please, calm down." But how could she? The man she loved more than anything, the one she thought she'd lost, had just stabbed her with words more painful than any wound. For the next 2 days, Kelly barely spoke. She sat quietly in the corner of